I woke up to a barrage of beautiful makeup that Pat McGrath did for the Mason Margiela. Probably pronouncing that wrong. I have a little clip I will put here. I was absolutely astonished by this, and I know I'm on this like shop my stash, but what made me really excited was this one look that had like a yellow blush, and I have that kind of exact yellow. So I want to try recreating it with the products that I have. I'm also going to do a caveat here. I do not have, I looked everywhere. I thought I had bought, I've never like blocked out my eyebrows before, but I had bought a glue stick to do it, and I guess I lost it in the move, so I won't be able to block out my eyebrows like they blocked theirs out, but I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm really excited. I feel like this is the vibe. Like this is the goal. That almost like glassy porcelain skin, and I know there is a specific product that's supposed to help you get that, achieve that. I don't have that, but we're gonna try just using the products we have. So to achieve this like glass skin, I'm gonna go in with the Auric Glowless in the shade Morganite, and I'm gonna be kind of heavy putting this down on my face as the primer. I really just want to give my face the most possible glow, because I think if we can get an incredibly glowy face, we can look almost like glass. Like it already looks kind of glassy because it is so pearlized. Okay. We have a very glassy face right now because of the primer that we have on. I am gonna do a foundation, and I'm gonna mix this primer into the foundation to give the same glowy effect. This week I did pull the Hydromaniac foundation from Urban Decay. Well, it's a tinted glow hydrator, but it's a tinted moisturizer. I'm just going to mix these two together on the palette portion of my mirror. Apply it to the face in a few areas. The primer itself is a bit orange tinted, so this may not look close to my natural skin tone. It might come off a bit orangey and a bit deeper because that is how the primer is normally. So we're just gonna have to suspend our disbelief there. I'm going to blend it out with a beauty blender just because that's how I like to blend out my foundations. And I also think this will help like thin it out but keep it nice and glowy. We're gonna be doing minimal setting here because we want this like glassy skin. I'm actually gonna go and take just the teeniest little bit of concealer because I do want to prep my eyelids, and I do want to cover a little bit of dark circles, but like literally like a dot. And then this will be just a little bit more. The one thing I will say about using like such glowy products is I don't shave my face like from my hair, and you can see all the little hairs on my face prominently. Okay, onto the setting powder. We're using the Laura Mercier setting powder. I'm just going to use like the smallest little bit. Like I'm barely going to set anything that isn't my actual eyelid. All right, underneath the eyes, like literally the teeniest, weeniest little bit of setting powder that I'm going to then warm up with my finger, just right where like my eye creases really are. I am going to set the rest of my face though, but I'm not going to be using a setting powder. I don't know how it worked out this way. I pulled the glowiest products for the first week. This is a collab that happened last year. This is the Wet n Wild X Peanuts Shake It Like a Snow Globe. As you can see here, it is pearlized, but it's beautiful. It sets the face really well, and it doesn't deposit glitter, it's just shimmer. So we're hopefully gonna keep this like porcelain vibe. I did forget to put foundation on my eyebrows. I'm just gonna put a shit ton of concealer. It's not like exactly what I wanted. I'm gonna set my brows with a little powder though. I know like the correct way to do this is not how I did it, but we're just playing, we're just having fun. So looking at specifically this photo, which if we can see, the cheeks are a mix of like red and yellow, and then we move into this like blue eye here. So I'm not gonna use any bronzer at all. We're just gonna go in with blush And I do have 2 different brushes for this. So I'm first gonna pull a little bit of this red, which is really, really stark. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the white from the About Face paints, and we're just gonna mellow it out a little bit. We're gonna take the littlest, the tiniest, the itty bittiest on the top of this brush. I'm gonna tap it into the back of our hand just to get a visual, and that's actually kind of exactly what I want. So I'm gonna take a little bit, put it on the back of the hand. So we're just gonna go in little by little and build up the product. Okay, I'm happy with this. Then we're gonna use pretty much a base yellow. We're gonna go in with the About Face. So this is in the shade, it's Blitz. All right, I'm gonna tap off more now that I have the base pigment down until I feel like I got most of the pigment off the brush. And then we're going to go in. Then we have the eyes, which is mostly blue. And it's blue to a light blue. So we're gonna start off with the dark blue product, which is in the corner of the eyes here. Take a little dot. You don't need a lot of this product. This one is really, really super pigmented. The white I feel like you need a lot from. This is really thin and really pigmented on its own. So I'm gonna take a really tiny brush with that. Yeah, this one from Lavish. We're gonna dip in. We're gonna tap off a lot of this onto the palette. So we have a little bit on the brush. I'm gonna look back at my reference photo, and it seems like this is just on the outer corners here. Then to make the lighter blue, we're gonna take a shit ton of white and a little bit of blue. Not too bad. Not too bad. I did mess up on the brows, but I do want to do something creative with the brows. So I'm gonna take this black. I'll put a little dab of this on my mixing palette. I'm gonna take a very small brush. So it still looks kind of editorial like that. This was fun. Even if it like may not look anything like it, but it's really fun. To set all of this down, I'm gonna go back in with that setting spray. And because these were matte fluid paints, I'm gonna take a highlighter. This is from Fenty Beauty. I'm gonna use this shade Lightning Dust with that sheen, just like that. And then we're kind of gonna really go in using the other shade, which is Lightning Dust, no, Fire Crystal. Okay, I used Lightning Dust and now I'm gonna use Fire Crystal. I'm looking on the whole face and she has so much right over here. Exactly how her face looked, which is like porcelain, like glass. Like for lips, hers are pretty deep red and they start with a lot of color in the center and then nothing else on the outside. So I'm just gonna take the butt of my beauty blender and kind of blot out my lips. I might take a little bit of the foundation. I don't admit that this kind of looks cool in theory. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this. I'm gonna take it on a brush. Last step is mascara. She doesn't have a lot of mascara on, so I'm gonna put a light hand of the Sephora Size Up Mascara. I'm gonna be tapping really, really close to the lash line. I'm not dragging the brush up. It looks like there's absolutely none on the lower lash line, so. That was so much fun. Okay, look 2. Coming in hot. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you want to, and come back for the 3rd.